Welcome to Food Fights, and in this video, you and I are going to be trying these two brands of cheese spread. On the left, weighing in at 8 ounces, is Cracker Barrel's extra sharp yellow cheddar. And on the right, also weighing in at 8 ounces, President Pub Cheese Sharp Cheddar. I don't know why that struck me funny. As I think most of you know, I just love cheese or cheese-based products or even products that kind of resemble cheese of some sort. But I'm thinking these are made with real cheese. Let's see, the President's brand is made with 9 months aged cheddar cheese. And in the Cracker Barrel Spreadable cheese, it doesn't say anywhere on there whether it's made with real cheese, but it does say the word cheese. So I'm assuming that both of these are made with real cheese. Now, I have had Cracker Barrel in the past, and this seems to be a staple in many cheese ball recipes. But I don't know if I've ever really tried it by itself, so I'm up to that challenge today. As for the President brand pub cheese, I have never had this. And seeing that it's Europe's leading cheese expert, I'm assuming it's an international brand. I don't know. I have never heard about this until I was looking for a counterpart to the Cracker Barrel. So this is going to be interesting to see how these two compare. One thing I'm noticing right now is the size of the containers. I mean, the Cracker Barrel is 8 ounces, but the President brand is also 8 ounces. We've got this almost twice the size container. So I'm kind of wondering if the President brand is almost like a whipped cheese product. So that'll be interesting to find out to see what the texture is of this President brand. So obviously in this video, we're going to be finding out which one of these two tastes the best, but also which one is going to be the better value. Well, for the Cracker Barrel, I paid $3.99 for this 8-ounce container, and that works out to 49.8 cents an ounce. For the President pub cheese, I paid $3.83 for this 8-ounce container, and that works out to 47.8 cents an ounce. So the better value is the President brand, but not by a long shot. But as always, it's only a better value if it tastes good, and that's what we're here to find out. So let's see what's in these anyway. Let's see if there is real cheese in here. So let's look at the Cracker Barrel and see what's in that. And the main ingredient is cheddar cheese, and that's nice to see there. So let's look at the President brand and see what's in here. Cultured pasteurized milk and cream and cheddar cheese. So it looks like some diluted cheddar cheese in there, but still real cheddar cheese. So both of these sound like they should be pretty darn good. So let's start off by opening up the Cracker Barrel and see what this looks like. Ooh, now that looks classy. Look at that. So let's see how easy. Oh, that peels off really nice and easy. And look at that. Does that look good? It looks like some cheese product squirted into a container. All right, let's open up the President pub cheese and see what this looks like. Same type of lid. Oh, that's interesting. That's got a clear seal on there, and we can see, yeah, it looks very airy. So let's take off this seal. And that came off really nice too. So these are going to be interesting. So putting these side by side, you can definitely see that the President brand has more color in it than what the Cracker Barrel does. And definitely the President brand is more whipped, just like we thought, thus the size of the container. But as always, it really doesn't matter what these products look like. What matters the most is what these products taste like. So I say we find out right now. So let's start with the Cracker Barrel and see what this does indeed taste like. So I'm going to start with just a little bit here. I'm going to scrape some off the top here, and I'm going to taste this right off of my knife here. So let's try the Cracker Barrel and see how this tastes. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. That Cracker Barrel is really, really good. Wow, that's really good. Now, I'm not really getting what I would consider a cheddar cheese flavor from that. It's definitely a sharp cheese flavor. It tastes like more of an American cheese flavor to me, but it is nice and sharp. It has a very good flavor to it. And as we can see there, it's very stiff there. I would say the consistency is a lot like what butter would be. Yeah, I would say this feels a lot like butter. All right, so here we go. Let's try the President brand pub cheese. And I've never had this before, so this is going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to this. So first, the texture. Oh, that would be almost like what a mousse, a chocolate mousse or something like that would be. Maybe a little bit thicker. I don't know what else to compare that to, except for maybe drywall joint compound. I don't know. Well, hopefully it tastes a bit better than drywall joint compound. So let's take a little bit of this President brand and see how this tastes. That's good too, but it has an interesting texture to it, almost like a little bit of a light gritty texture to it. It feels like some type of filler or something like that. almost like joint compound. No, it's almost like there's some flour or something in there. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what that texture would be, but it seems like they put something in there to help it to hold that more whipped consistency. The flavor is really good, but that texture is kind of interesting. So we're going to have to try these in their natural habitat to see really what these things taste like. And that's going to be on a cracker. So we're going to try each one of these on a cracker and see if that changes the dynamic of any one of these. So here we go. We'll get a nice glob of the Cracker Barrel. Let's put this on a cracker here. And that looks good. All right, let's try the Cracker Barrel on a plain old cracker and see how this is. Oh my gosh. The cracker did change the dynamic somewhat. Obviously, I'm getting the taste of the cracker in there. And even though it says sharp, it's not really super sharp, but it's a nice flavor. It's a nice full flavor. Not overly salty by any means, and it's not overpowering the cracker either, which may or may not be a good thing. I think that's a good thing. You don't want to overpower the cracker, I don't think, but the cracker is really just a substrate or a delivery mechanism for the spread that we're trying to eat. So really, this is a nice balance between the cheese and the cracker. Let's try the President Pub Cheese and see how this does. So let's get a nice glob of that on there, about the same amount, and we'll put some of that President brand on our cracker. And that looks good, doesn't it? I mean, the texture, I think I like the texture of the President better, or the airiness. It does have that kind of funky grittiness to it, or whatever that is. But on the cracker, I might not even notice that. But I do like the spreadability of the President brand. That's kind of nice. So let's try the President and see how this is. Nice flavor. Very, very nice flavor. I'm liking that President brand, and I do like the whipped texture of the cheese. And it does seem to have more flavor to it than the Cracker Barrel. I can't say it's really a cheese flavor. It's almost like a little bit of an extra tanginess that's added to it. So I gotta tell you, this was really interesting. And I'm having a hard time picking a winner here because both of these are really good, and they're quite different from each other. I thought they'd actually be kind of similar, and they're really not. They're two completely different products. Even though the Cracker Barrel says it's extra sharp, I'm not getting extra sharp out of that. I am getting more flavor out of the President brand than I am from the Cracker Barrel. But the Cracker Barrel feels more like real cheese. I do like the whipped consistency of the President brand, and I also like the heavier consistency of the Cracker Barrel. So there, I can't really say I like one more than the other in that. As for the flavor, I do like the flavor of the President brand, but I also like the flavor of the Cracker Barrel. And this is really difficult for me. I don't know, this is one of the most difficult videos I've had to choose from, but I do have to pick a winner here. But in this instance, based on the overriding factor of texture, I'm gonna have to go with the Cracker Barrel.